Hello students, today we'll take up one of the important gland of our endocrine system, that is hypothalamus. Now hypothalamus, everyone is familiar with the word thalamus. If you remember in the previous chapter neural control and coordination, you have learned that our brain is differentiated into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So fore, mid and hind, very easy to understand now. Forebrain itself is having two parts, that is, if you remember, telencephalon and diencephalon. Now at the base of diencephalon, which is a part of forebrain, at this base, now imagine this is the telencephalon, this is the diencephalon, and at the base of diencephalon there is hypothalamus gland present. Okay, so below hypothalamus you can say there is midbrain later. Okay, so forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So on the floor I can say on the floor of midbrain I can say there is a hypothalamus. Or in simple words, if I want to tell you, at the base of diencephalon which is a part of forebrain, is the hypothalamus located. Okay, so location of hypothalamus is at the base of diencephalon, which is a part of forebrain. Now normally we say that hypothalamus is a connecting link between nervous system and endocrine system. Why? Because hypothalamus is the gland present in the nervous system. It's a part of a nervous system, right? So it's a link between nervous system and endocrine system. Endocrine system, why we say? Because this is a gland which is secreting the hormones. Fine. Okay. Now what does hypothalamus consist of? Hypothalamus being a part of nervous system, obviously the cells here are the nerve cells. Okay, they are formed of the nerve cells, and these cells are called as neurosecretory cells. They are called as neurosecretory cells. Why neurosecretory? Because it is secreting something, and neuro because it is made up of neurons, I am saying. Okay, so neurosecretory cells, they are commonly called as nuclei. So remember students, neurosecretory cells are also called as nuclei, and these nuclei or neurosecretory cells are producing hormones, or they are producing chemicals called as the hormones. Okay, so hormones are secreted from hypothalamus, that's why it's an endocrine gland. Which are the cells which are producing these hormones? They are neurosecretory cells called as nuclei which are producing these hormones. Fine? Okay. Now we always say that these hormones are performing several functions in our body. Okay, and basically the hormones which are secreted by hypothalamus is regulating the pituitary gland. Okay, so there is hypothalamus, below there is one more gland in the nervous system itself. That gland is called as pituitary gland. So the hormones of hypothalamus is regulating the control of pituitary gland. If I want to draw a picture, simple. Imagine this is the hypothalamus, imagine, and then the hormones which are secreted from the hypothalamus are regulating the another gland which is situated below hypothalamus, and this gland is called as pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. Okay, so pituitary gland actually is having two parts. What is this? It's called as anterior pituitary gland, and this is called as posterior pituitary gland. Got it? So pituitary gland is having two parts: anterior pituitary gland, which is front, and posterior is the back side, posterior pituitary gland. So remember students, the hormones which are secreted by the neurosecretory cells, I can say, the hormones which are secreted by hypothalamus is regulating the secretion and release of the pituitary gland. Got it? And we say that pituitary gland is a master gland, because whenever pituitary gland secrete, it will secrete and it will be affecting on the other glands, and then the other glands is going to secrete. So it's a master gland which is giving order to other hormones to secrete. But you know that pituitary is under regulation of hypothalamus. So I can say it is a master of master gland. Or I can say this is a father, that is hypothalamus is a father, have two sons, anterior pituitary gland, posterior pituitary gland. So father is giving order to pituitary gland, to sons, whether to release something, whether to secrete, whether not to secrete, whatever it is under control of the hypothalamus. But later these sons are going to instruct all other things. Okay, so these two sons are going to regulate the other glands. So it is a master gland. Pituitary is a master gland, but master of master gland I can say is the hypothalamus. So father is controlling two sons, and these two sons are controlling all the other family members. You can remember like that. It's very easy. Got it? Now these neurosecretory cells are going to secrete the hormones. Got it? The hormones which are secreted by neurosecretory cells are of two types. Okay, so that two types of hormones I will tell you all later, but before that I'll tell you something about their secretion. Now these neurosecretory cells which are going to secrete, now for example this is the neurons, if suppose. Now Wendy, so there are neurons which are secreting the hormones. That hormones can be released. Okay, the hormones which are released from neurosecretory cells can be passed on by the neurons, because it is having the neurons, so it will be coming via the neurons and then it will come to pituitary gland. But remember that students, the posterior, this portion, okay, the neurosecretory cells of this portion, okay, hypothalamic portion, this portion is going to secrete the hormones, and that hormones will be passing via the neurons to the posterior pituitary gland. Okay, so neurons are associated here, and through the neuron, so there is cell body, then there is long fiber called as axon. So from cell body it is secreted, it will go to axon, cell body to axon, axon it will come to axon, and finally it will release at the posterior pituitary gland via these neurons, okay, or via these nerve endings we say, and they will come to posterior pituitary gland, and further posterior pituitary gland is going to secrete whatever it is. Okay, the two hormones which are secreted by the pituitary gland, or I can say hypothalamus is controlling the posterior pituitary gland to secrete something. These hormones are called as oxytocin. It is called as, so posterior pituitary gland is secreting these hormones, but for which are the hormones which are secreted by this and coming via the neurons to control the pituitary gland is the oxytocin and anti-diuretic hormone. It is called as anti-diuretic hormone. The full form of ADH, that is ADH, is given in the textbook. You can refer it later. Anti-diuretic hormone. So these hormones are coming via the neurons to the posterior pituitary gland. But what happens over here? The hormones which are released from the hypothalamus to come into pituitary, anterior pituitary gland, it doesn't come with the direct neurons. They don't have, some part doesn't have a neuron. So these hormones, though it will come, so imagine there is neuron still here. Up to here region there is no neuron, so it has to come to anterior pituitary gland. So how it is coming? Till here it will come via one portal vein. So via the blood, and that blood vein, okay, is called as hypophyseal portal vein. Got it? So the hormones which are secreted from hypothalamus and which is regulating the anterior pituitary gland, these hormones are going to come by hypophyseal. Since it is hypothalamus, it is called as hypophyseal portal vein, or in simple words I can say the hormones which are released from hypothalamus is regulating anterior pituitary gland are coming via portal system. Simple words I can say portal system, or I can say hypophyseal portal vein. Remember this thing. Whereas the hormones which are released from hypothalamus to control or to regulate posterior pituitary gland, these hormones are going to come via the direct neurons. So axons and then nerve ending. So there is direct connection here to posterior pituitary gland via the neurons, whereas here there is no connection by the neurons. That's why there is a hepato, or I can say a portal vein. So the hormones which are produced from here are going to come via the portal vein, hypophyseal portal vein. Is that clear? And now let us move on to the next one. Which are the two types of hormones they are going to secrete? That is, neurosecretory cells are going to secrete the hormones. So which are the two types of hormones they are going to secrete? Let me tell you all that now. So students, hypothalamus is going to secrete two types of hormones. As I already told you, they are releasing hormones and inhibitory hormones. Now, what are releasing hormones? In simple words, if I want to tell you, releasing hormone is also called as stimulating hormone. Okay, release and stimulate. It's one and the same thing. Here, inhibit, something to inhibit. So that is inhibitory hormones. Fine. Now, let me tell you first about the inhibitory hormone. Okay, there is only one inhibitory hormone which is going to secrete from hypothalamus, and which is that hormone is growth inhibitory hormone. So growth growth, I meaning inhibitory and H meaning hormone. So growth inhibitory hormone, and that hormone is called as somatostatin. So what will happen is inhibitory hormone called as growth inhibitory hormone, that is somatostatin, is going to secrete from the hypothalamus. It will go to pituitary gland, and then pituitary gland, whenever it is necessary to secrete this inhibitory hormone, then only it is going to secrete this inhibitory hormone. It's like that. So pituitary gland is under control of the hypothalamus. Now, if we talk the releasing hormones, that is stimulatory hormones, first one, there are actually many types. Okay, there are 9 hormones are there, but time being, I'm going to tell you only 3 of them. The first one is gonadotropin, GnRH. It is gonadotropin releasing hormone. So these gonadotropin releasing hormone is going to secrete from hypothalamus, and then it will secrete and it will come to pituitary gland, and now there is anterior pituitary gland, and anterior pituitary gland is going to secrete the gonadotropins. So it is going to secrete gonadotropins. Gonadotropins are of two types. Everyone know it is LH, luteinizing hormone, and FSH, follicular stimulating hormone. So pituitary gland has to secrete LH and FSH, that is gonadotropins, but pituitary gland itself cannot secrete it. Whenever hypothalamus is releasing gonadotropin releasing hormone, that hormone is going to act on the pituitary gland, and then pituitary gland is going to secrete LH and FSH. Got it? So pituitary gland is totally under control of the hypothalamus. This is only just one example I told you. Another example I tell you. There is one more hormone called as growth hormone releasing hormone. Say gonadotropin releasing, R is releasing, stimulatory. So growth hormone releasing hormone, and that growth hormone releasing hormone, if secreted, and will go to anterior pituitary gland, and anterior pituitary gland is going to secrete a hormone, that is growth hormone, and that is called as somatotropin. So somatotropin. Opposite is somatostatin. Remember this thing. Tropin is something growth. Okay, increases. Statin inhibitory. So remember, somatotropin is going to secrete from the pituitary gland if growth hormone releasing hormone is going to secrete from the hypothalamus. Okay. Next, thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH, or thyroid releasing hormones, one and the same thing. See, thyroid stimulating hormone is going to secrete from hypothalamus. It will come via that portal vein to the anterior pituitary gland, and now anterior pituitary gland is stimulating the thyroid gland to secrete the thyroid hormones. It's a wonderful process. Hypothalamus, it secreted thyroid stimulating hormone. That hormone has come to pituitary gland, and now pituitary gland will stimulate the thyroid gland. So from pituitary gland, this thyroid stimulating hormone will pass and will go to thyroid gland, and now thyroid gland is going to secrete their own hormone. So it's a chain. Got it? So first, this is the controlling system. Then second main controlling system is the pituitary gland, and pituitary gland is going to control all other glands. It's like that. So thyroid stimulating hormone is going to secrete it from the hypothalamus to pituitary, and then pituitary will tell thyroid to secrete its own hormones. Got it? And then other one is inhibitory hormone I told you. So this is all about the anterior pituitary gland. There are more hormones which I am not going to discuss in this video. When I will be teaching your pituitary gland, that time I will be discussing your with the examples which are the hormones secreted from the pituitary gland. Fine. So this is all about the anterior pituitary gland. I told you about posterior pituitary gland. That posterior pituitary gland, first I told you that hypothalamus is going to secrete two types of hormones called as oxytocin, and I told you antidiuretic hormone that are going to release from hypothalamus and it will come to pituitary gland, and then pituitary gland, that is posterior pituitary gland, and that posterior pituitary gland is going to secrete oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone whenever it is necessary for us, whenever it is essential for us. So pituitary gland is going to secrete, but it is under control of hypothalamus. So if I am to talk about posterior pituitary gland, I told you two hormones, oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone from hypothalamus to a posterior pituitary gland, and then posterior pituitary gland is going to secrete, release it out. Got it? Then I told you, brief revision I told you about, I am telling you about hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a gland present below, or I can say at the base of the diencephalon, which is a part of forebrain. It has got a lot of neurosecretory cells, or that are neurons actually, and they are called as nuclei. These nuclei are going to secrete two types of hormones. They are releasing hormones and inhibitory hormones. Inhibitory hormones is growth inhibitory hormone, that is somatostatin I told you, and releasing hormones, there are a lot of releasing hormones which are controlling the pituitary, anterior pituitary gland especially. Okay, then this is all about the hypothalamus. One more point I told you, that anterior pituitary gland secretions. Okay, so hypothalamus to anterior pituitary gland, there is a connection that is called as hypophyseal portal vein, whereas hypothalamus to posterior pituitary gland, there is direct contact, so that is via the neurons. Okay, so the cell body, axons and the nerve endings, that's it. So this is about the hypothalamus. Thank you everyone.